Good morning, guys. Today we're going to be looking at elapsed time problems again. And those come with three different parts, really: a start time, an end time, and elapsed time. You're always looking for one of those parts. And today, the part we're going to be looking for is the start time. My start time is going to be missing, which means I'm going to be using my end time and my elapsed time to hop backwards, which means you'll be subtracting to find the missing start time. So let's take a look at the first example. Okay, and I'll make up a word problem. So Jaden was playing basketball. He finished at 8:46. He had played for 37 minutes. What time did he start playing basketball? Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to try this out. Okay, just like yesterday, I prefer to hop by 10s, 5s, or 1s, but, sometimes, okay, I'll hop by other things. It all depends on how good you are at this, because there's different ways to do it. Okay, lots of different ways. So first thing I'm going to do is take away 10s because it's faster and because I think it's a little easier to take away 10. Okay, now remember, I'm not going to touch the hour unless I'm going past 60 or past o'clock, which you're going to see what I mean by that in a minute. But 46 minus 10. If you can't do it in your head, do it on your paper. 46 minus 10. 6 minus 0 is 6. 4 minus 1 is 3. So my minutes are 36. My hour doesn't change. 8:36, right? Let's take away 10 again because I can. Because 37 has how many 10s in it? 37 has 3 10s. So I could take away 10 3 times if I want to. Okay. Minus 10 again. Now I've got 36 minus 10. If I can't do it in my head, I'm going to do it on my paper. 6 minus 0 is 6. 3 minus 1 is 2. 26. 8, 26. I've taken away 10, 20. I can take away 10 more, and I'll get 30. So 26 minus 10, if you can't do it, you do it on your paper. 26 minus 10 is, 16. 16. And the hour still has not changed. Hour is still 8:16. Okay. I've taken away 10, 20, 30 minutes. So pretty much done with the 30 part of this time. Just 7 minutes left to go, right? Now I could take away 7 in one jump, 16 minus 7, or I could break it up. I could take away 5 and then, sure, let's do that. Let's take away 5 first. 8:16 minus 5. 16 minus 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. 1 minus nothing is 1, is 11. 8, 11. And then how many minutes are there left to take away? I've done 10, 20, 30, 35 minutes, and I need to do 37, right? 35, 36, 37. 2 minutes left to go. Let's take them away at once. 11 minus 2. Now we could stack 11 minus 2 like this, or I think that's small enough that we could use our fingers, right? So 2, and remember, you can subtract with your fingers, and you don't have to put up 11 fingers that you don't have and then take some away. You can count from the little number up to the big number. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How many fingers is that? 9 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the time is 8:09, right? Right? No, mister. So what am I missing? It's not just 8:09. It's 8:09, right? The start time that's been missing in this problem is 8:09. Okay? Let's make sure I hopped the right number of minutes. 37 minutes. 10, 20, 30, 35, plus 2. Let's see, 35, 36, 37. Perfect. I hopped 37 minutes backwards with subtraction. And I found the missing start time was 8:09. Okay, and see all the work I showed on the side? Beautiful. That way I know I got the correct answer. Okay, now let's try another one, a trickier one. Okay, so I need my number line here. I forgot to draw that. All right. So here we have a different type of word problem. We'll say Anderson finished dinner at 6:05 p.m. he ate for 17 minutes. What time did he start dinner? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and find our elapsed time here. We're going to hop backwards 17 minutes. But, do you already notice something a little bit tricky about this problem? Is it going to be possible to take 17 minutes away from 5? No. When you have an end time like this, where there's a really small number of minutes, you know you're going to end up going backwards to the previous hour. Okay, so let's take a look at what this looks like. Now, normally I'd like to take away 10s, but I really can't do 5 minus 10, right? So I'm not going to do 5 minus 10. I'm going to do 5 minus 5. Ooh, why, mister? So because it's easy and I can. If this number was 607, I would take away 7 minutes. If this was 603, I would take away 3 minutes. It's up to me, right? I get to choose. As long as my numbers of hops at the end add up to 17 minutes, then I'm good. Okay? So 605 minus 5 minutes. What's 5 minus 5? It's 0. Okay? Now it's 6 o'clock. And this is the part that is a little frustrating and annoying for people because now you've got o'clock. You're like, well, what can I take away from 0, 0? There's nothing to take away from 0. And you're right, except I want you to think about when you're counting by 5s on a clock, right? And I wish I had a clock to show you other than this clock. All right. When you're counting by 5s on a clock, okay, you do it like this, right? We start at 12 and we say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. But we say o'clock when the minute hand points here at the 12, right? But it's also 60 minutes. It's both, right? So 6 o'clock is not just 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is also 60 minutes. Is it 6 hours and 60 minutes? No, it's not. It's actually 5 hours and 60 minutes, right? Because the 60 minutes turns into a new hour and it becomes 6 o'clock. But if we take 6 o'clock when we're doing this and we change it to 5:60, this is not a real time, obviously, but that's kind of what it stands for, right? Then we can take 5:60 and we can definitely subtract from that, can't we? Okay, so let's do that. Let's take away a 10 because 60 minus 10 is easy for me. Minus 10. Okay, don't worry, we're going to get rid of this in a minute. You're going to feel better. 60 minus 10. Okay, 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 1 is 5. Okay, so now I have 50. Oh, I wrote that backwards. Bad, mister. Sorry, I'm writing upside down. 50. And my hour was what? 5. It became 5, right? And that makes sense because it was 6:05 on the clock and we're going backwards past 6 o'clock. It's no longer the hour of 6, okay? The hour has changed to 5, which is the hour before, and it's 5:50, okay? And I've taken away 10 plus 5, that's 15 minutes. Now I need to take away 17 minutes altogether, right? So how many more minutes do I need to do to get to 17? I have 15. So I say 15, 16, 17. I need to take away 2 more minutes. Okay, and let's do it all at once. Why not? Nobody can stop us. We'll do 50 minus 2. And we have to regroup to do 50 minus 2. Okay, 0 minus 2 is impossible, so I have to borrow from my neighbor. 5 becomes 4. 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 4 minus nothing is 4. So my minutes are 48, and my hour is 5:48. And does that make sense? If you start, I can't remember what this problem was about. Playing basketball, reading, something, I don't know. If you start something at 5:48 and 17 minutes later it's 6:05, does that make sense? You can always go forward in your head to check. 48 and 17. Okay, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay, then the hour changes to 6 o'clock. 6:01, 6:02, 6:03, 6:04, 6:05. Yeah, that works. Okay, makes sense. If this was 6:48, would that make sense? Can you start something at 6:48 and finish it at 6:05? Probably not. Technically, you can if you go a whole day, but let's not get into that. All right. Last problem, and I made this one similar to the last one where we're going to end up having to go backwards across the hour because I know that it's a frustrating thing that you guys have to deal with in these problems. Okay. My end time is 2:10. Okay. And trying to find my start time, and I know I have to have backwards 25 minutes. Okay. So here, just like on my last one, okay, I can take away 10 really easily here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 10 minus 10 is o'clock, 2 o'clock, right? And here's where the pickle comes in because I want to take away from 2 o'clock, but I really can't take away from o'clock, right? And that's when light bulb moment, I go, oh yeah, Mr. So said o'clock really stands for 60. But 2 o'clock isn't 2 hours. I can't put a 2 here, 2 hours and 60 minutes. I have to put the hour before 2 o'clock, which is 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock is really the same thing as 1 hour and 60 minutes. So I'm going to use that knowledge here to make it easier to solve this problem. Okay, I have 1 hour and 60 minutes, and I'm going to take away another 10 because there's 2 10s and 25. And it's easy to take away 10 from 60. 60 minus 10 is 50. 50. And my hour changed to 1, right? 1:50. This makes sense because it was 2 o'clock and we're going backwards in time. What's before 2 o'clock? 1 o'clock and some number of minutes, right? So we are at 1:50 right now. I've taken away 10, 20 minutes. I want to take away 25 minutes altogether. Okay, so let's take away, and look at how giant my hop is. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's take away 5 minutes because then I'll have 10, 20, 25, and that'll be perfecto. Okay, so 50 minus 5, it's going to cause me to regroup. Okay, 0 minus 5 can't be done, so I borrow from my neighbor. 10 minus 5 is 5, 4 minus nothing is 4, and I got 45 minutes, right? So my minutes are going to be 45. My hour is 1 o'clock, okay? And did I take away the correct number of minutes? 10, 20, 25. I did. My start time is 1:45. Let's think about it. Doesn't make sense. If I start at 1:45 and I go for 25 minutes, could I end at 2:10? Yes. What if this number was 2:45? Would that make sense, starting at 2:45 and ending at 2:10? No. Okay, big helper for you today is going to be that whole 60 minutes in an hour idea. So I believe in you. I'm here if you need me. And I hope you have an awesome weekend. Thanks, guys.